All right, somebody say, Joseph, it's April 1st, okay? Should I be making my rent payment right now? Okay. It's what's going on? Should I be doing that right now, or should I just stack that money to the side and say, forget about my landlord, forget about my mortgage, forget about my bills. You know, it's a virus going on out there. I'm keeping my money to myself. I got to tell you, you definitely don't want to do that. And the reason why I'm saying you don't want to do that is because this is the guidelines that is in place right now, right? The guidelines that's in place right now, or the law that might be in place right now in different states, is that there's not supposed to be no evictions for the next, some of them is doing it for 1 month, some of them is doing it for 2 months, and some of them doing it for 3 months. There's not supposed to be no evictions or no foreclosures for the next 2 or 3 months, all right? But they're not telling you not to make your rent payment. They're not telling you not to do that, and not protecting you from not doing it, okay? The government is not telling you, well, Sally, you don't need to make your rent payment this month. You don't need to make your mortgage payment this month. What they're saying is they're going to make sure that the lending company, that the banks cannot come after you because you're not making payments on the mortgage for the next 3 months. And they're saying that the landlord cannot really force you out the house for the next 3 months. But guess what's going to happen 3 months later? When everything goes back to normal, when everybody starts going back to work, the landlord is going to say, okay, well, you haven't paid for the past 3 months. I've already exercised my 3 days notice. I've already done all of those things. I've already tried to contact you to try to get you out the property, but you haven't been paying. Bam. You're going to get hit with that eviction. So you don't want to do that. Same thing for the lending company, right? Same thing for the mortgage company. Okay, so I say, you know what, forget it. It's chaos going on. It's a lot of stuff going on right now. I'm not even going to contact my lender. I'm not going to contact Bank of America. I'm not going to talk to Chase right now. I'm not going to go talk to Wells Fargo. I don't have nothing to say to them, and they don't have nothing to say to me. And the next thing you know, 3 months later, they filing all the paperwork, and now guess what? You're in the foreclosure because they asking you to pay up, and you can't pay up because you never contacted, you never talked to nobody, you never communicated with them, tell them what's going on. Now, obviously, if you don't have the money to make the payment, then that's a different story, and that's something that you still got to engage with your landlord. You still got to engage with your you got to engage with your lending company and let them know what's going on. Hey, I need a hardship. I need a forbearance right now. I just lost my job and I filed for unemployment, but I haven't received the money yet. They haven't fired me. They just cut my hours by 50%. So I don't have the same income that I had when I took on the mortgage. I need a little bit of time. I need for everything to go back to normal. Can you help me out? What programs do you have? What thing? And if you're talking to the landlord, then you want to say, okay, well, you know what? This is the situation I'm in. I can't make the rent payment this month. Is there anything that we can work out for me to get current on what I owe you? Is that going to be for you to take? Okay, well, if when I was coming into the property, I had basically a first, last, and deposit. Is it possible that you can take the deposit, or you can take the last month rent and apply that to this month so that I can be current on my rent? Because I understand you got bills that you got to pay also, and I understand that you still got services that you got to do to those properties that you had. So what can we work out to make sure things could go smooth? All right. Or if maybe, let's just say, what about if you're in a situation now where the landlord don't have no deposit from you, the landlord don't have no last month from you. It was just basically you pay them the first month and you got into the property. Well, now you got to try to talk to them, negotiate with them. Tell them, okay, well, you know what, Mr. Landlord, I don't have the money yet to pay you, but I can pay you this amount. I can pay you half of the rent right now because of everything that's going on. Can you give me a little bit more time to come up with the rest? I've had tenants that call me and communicated that with them. Communicate that with me. Then I also got tenants that have paid already. Then I got tenants that I don't know if they're going to pay yet, right? So I got to deal with everybody accordingly. And I do want to say one thing for landlords too. You want to be mindful. You want to help people out if you can. You want to do what you can to help those people out, because the same way you feeling that tightness and you feeling that stress or you feeling that anxiousness that you have right now, it's the same way that the person that's living in your property, the same way that they feel too. because it's a hard call for them to make. And sometimes if they don't communicate with you, if they're going to call you, you might have to call them and let them know, okay, what's going on? Can we talk about this? What's going on? Are you able to make the payment? Are you not able to make the payment? Are you able to make some of the payment? How do you want me to, what do you want me to do? Because at the end of the day, I still got to make my mortgage. I still owe my mortgage company, right? So in all of this, what I'm trying to say is you want to communicate, and to the extent that you can make your payment, you want to do that, because you don't want to find yourself in an eviction hearing 3 months later. You don't want to find yourself in a foreclosure 3 months later or 4 months later because you had the money but yet you didn't want to pay, or because you didn't want to communicate with your lender or your landlord about what's going on with you. Okay, it's a very simple thing. You want to make sure you communicate with the people that you owe, so that you can make sure if you're going to be able to make your payment, then you make your payment. If you're not able to make the payment on time because of everything that's going on, then you tell them you're going to be late. If you say, okay, well, I might have to wait. I got some money that's coming. I might have to wait for that money. Whatever it is, I'm filed for unemployment, or you might want to say, okay, well, you know what? The only hope that I have to pay you right now is honestly because I'm not getting paid, is the check that's supposed to come from the government, the $1,200 check, the $2,400 check, the $3,600 check, or $3,400 check, whatever that may be, that's coming from that stimulus package. So let's do things fairly. Let's do things the way that adults are supposed to do it, so that you know exactly what to do. So you and the person that you owe is on the same page. All right. And for lenders and for landlord, if you're watching this, be mindful with your people. Work with your people. Work with your people, because this is something that nobody was expecting. Who would have thought we'd be in a situation where people want to go to work, but yet they can't go to work because of something that's going on, because of a sickness that's on the land? God bless you.